Welcome back everybody to Midweek Mentoring, the series on my channel where we improve your entrepreneurial life one video at a time by providing you with powerful data sets on topics such as fitness, mindset, biohacking and more. I'm no expert, I'm no scientist, I'm just sharing the knowledge that has helped me that I've picked up along the way. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. You may be able to tell I'm in a different location to usual, which is true, I am. I'm in the Lake District right now, so sorry, not my usual setup, but next week, back to normal. But yeah, nice little view. It's been snowing this morning. You can see on the mountains over there. But yeah, I am on my phone, unfortunately. We'll resume as normal next week. Still a little bit ill, as I told you in the last midweek mentoring, but we're getting over it. I've been looking around and I can't actually find anything to stand my phone up on. So this might be the first midweek mentoring with no tripod, which is unfortunate, but you're gonna have to be held in my hand for now, which actually makes me think I should have gone on a walk and done this, which actually would have been quite nice. But straight into today's video, where we're going to be breaking down how doing nothing can actually have a better effect than working and grinding as hard as you possibly can. It sounds a bit vague, so let me get straight into and explain exactly what I mean. Well, what do I mean by doing nothing firstly? Well, I mean having rest days. This doesn't have to be every single week, but maybe every couple weeks where you have a day off and you don't do nothing, but you rest. And I'll explain exactly what I mean by rest when I go through all of the points. But for the first one, it gives you time to reflect. And this can be reflect on anything. It can be on how you performed in the week, on your business, how you performed in the gym, how you've been towards other people, how you've been in your meetings. If you don't have these times to reflect, then you're going to keep making mistakes along the way. It's just going to have a knock-on effect where you make mistake after mistake. And because you're not reflecting and analyzing, you're going to keep making the same mistakes over and over again. Having this time to analyze will allow you to sit down and look at what went wrong and how you can actually move forward and change. If you do not change, you'll never progress and become a better person. People actually fail to do this, and if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and wonder why nothing's working, then maybe there's your clue. Have a rest day, sit back and reflect on what you've been doing. Everyone makes mistakes, it's normal, don't be afraid of it. The most important thing is you can actually self-analyze and be aware of the mistakes you're making and then change. That's the most important bit, but some people don't want to do this, they're too stubborn, they're too egotistical, and they just end up in a ditch. I mean, then what can you really do? Having that rest period gives you some breathing time to allow you to reevaluate and move on. And for all you workaholics out there, please, please, please don't be afraid to have a rest day or break from work, because it is way more beneficial than actually just working every single day for the rest of the year. You need these rest periods. They are so, so important. And it's the same in the gym. You need these rest periods. And all of this can actually be taken into the gym as well, or into your eating or your habits, your lifestyle. You can always self-reflect. You can always have breaks from things you're focused on, reevaluate, and do the rest like I'm going to explain later in the video. Second reason to have a rest period or rest day is so you have time to recharge. And this can be recharging through sleep. In the week, you may be getting enough sleep, but maybe not optimal. You maybe want a few more hours in bed. It's important to get that sleep, because if you keep falling behind in your sleep, it's going to have a knock-on effect on your work and your mood, which again is something you do not want for business. But also the mental recharge you get from the rest. And it doesn't mean that you have to do no work completely in the day. Like, you can still do a few tasks, but it may not necessarily be specific work tasks. This can involve prepping for the week ahead, planning or analyzing like I just explained. These are important. Giving yourself that mental recharge is key, because when you're working, you're so fixated on your work and you can't really think about anything else. Slowing the gears down a bit and just stopping for a day can really kind of reset and get you back chomping at the bit, ready to go again. I know it's hard because you've got a goal to work towards and you've got deadlines to meet and you've got a business to run. It's fine, it's normal. But at the end of the day, you need to snap out of it sometimes and see the bigger picture and realize that you need to slow down. I speak about hustle culture all the time, and they want to work you to death, the people who promote this. But don't take it too literally, because seriously, having a respite period will prevent you from burnouts. People say burnouts aren't real. They are most definitely real. Don't take these rest days for granted. Seriously, you need time for your brain to go back to sleep for a bit. You're ready to start again. And let's be honest, work can get on top of us a little bit sometimes. We need that breather. We need to take a deep breath, slow down, and just let go. And fortunately, this kind of links into the third point of why I think you should actually have these rest days. And that is actually having time to yourself. I think one of the most important things you have in life is your social life, because without it, you're just going to feel lonely. And even if you're with your family all the time, that's okay to an extent. but you still need a social life, whether that's a relationship with your partner or with your friends. And it's important to go out and interact, because you'll actually forget how to speak if you're locked in your room all day. Social time will do wonders. And whilst you're working the week, you don't really get that much social time. Yeah, you may go out in the evening for a bit with them, but you don't get to spend proper quality time doing the things you love with them. It is so important to have social time, because you're going to have to be socializing in work. You're going to need to be building relationships and interacting with people all the time. And if you let go of that and you don't do it enough, then you're going to forget it, and you're going to be not performing as best as you can. Again, it's also giving your brain a break. Also, it's important to not forget the things you love to do. In this time, you should try and do hobbies that you like. You might like going to football games. You might like playing golf. There's loads of things that you might be missing out on because you're doing way too much work. And it's fine doing loads of work. That's really good, because you're getting on with your business, you're cracking on. But it's so important to not forget the things that really matter, because at the end of all this, why are you doing it? For freedom and to do the things you want to do. But if you lose touch with that, then you're really just a robot working all day. Don't forget to do the things you love. Don't forget to see the people you love. It's going to give you that break. It's going to keep you ticking along. And when you see your friends, you're going to feel refreshed. It's a burst of life. You're remembering happy times. You're laughing with them. You're enjoying it. So don't take that for granted, seriously, because it's easy to work 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and forget about the things that matter. I know this was quite a short video, but it's something people really seem to forget, and it should not be taken lightly. Seriously, I know I haven't said much, but I have said a lot, if that makes sense. So seriously, take it in, rewatch it if you didn't really get it all. But thank you all for tuning into this week's episode of Midweek Mentoring. Next week, we'll be back on the tripod. The audio will be back to normal. The camera will be back to normal, even though this camera's quite good. But yeah, if you did learn something today, and I did wake you up a bit, and you are going to try some of these, please leave a like on the video. Please leave a comment. We're aiming for 500 by the end of the year. We're nearly on 150. We're getting there. But yeah, appreciate you all. I'll see you guys in next week's episode.